To lend money at an interest rate above the legal cap is to engage in loan sharking. Criminal organizations have been known to reinvest their earnings from crimes like human trafficking and drug trafficking by charging exorbitant interest rates on loans to their consumers. Let's find out who the top 5 most criminal loan sharks in the US are. Let's get into it. Number 5. Rudage Organization. Rudage Organization is the name given to the Albanian mafia in the New York area after Alex Rudage, a Yorktown resident, is widely thought to be the organization's boss. Established in 1993 in Westchester, the Rudage Organization, or the corporation, has now spread to both the Bronx and Queens. Aside from the 5 families, the Rudage is the most powerful criminal organization in the United States. Among their many activities is racketeering in the construction industry, bootlegging, dock thefts, extortion, prostitution, fraud, hijacking, money laundering, and fencing. The New York crime families got their share of attention for all sorts of crime, and loan sharking wasn't definitely in the mix. They made it to this list, so keep watching to find out more about them. Coming up shortly is the Gambino crime family from the New York crime families. That aside, they're one of the 5 most dangerous loan shark organizations in the United States.
So scary.
4. Luck Cheese Crime Family. One of the 5 main mafia groups operating in the New York area is the Luck Cheese Crime Family. Among its members, the Luck Cheese Crime Family is known as the Brigada, a mafia term for criminal gangs that come from a Sicilian word for a tight-knit community. Those in rival crime groups may refer to members of the Luck Cheese family as Lukes.
Luke!
The Luck Cheese crime family is notorious for a wide range of criminal activities, including but not limited to loan sharking, drug trafficking, hijacking aircraft, and even gambling. At the start of the 1950s, they were at the pinnacle of their influence. Did you know most of the criminal loan sharks were in the New York crime families? We've covered most of that on our channel. Consider subscribing to the channel for more crime family videos. The family ran rackets and robbed cargo planes out of Idlewild Airport, now John F. Kennedy International Airport, to fund their loan sharking operations. Since the Luck Cheese crime family controlled so many of New York City's most influential labor unions, they also significantly impacted the city's politics and economy. As they grew in influence and wealth, they found innovative ways to reinvest their fortunes, such as lending money to those in need in exchange for exorbitant interest rates. So when one asks, how can I find a loan shark? The simple answer is that these loan sharking gangs are still alive and well today. 3. Gambino Crime Family. The Gambino crime family is one of the 5 families responsible for the majority of the criminal activity in New York City, United States, and a part of the larger criminal organization known as the American Mafia. In 1963, during the McClellan hearings, the structure of organized crime came to the public's notice for the first time. The gang, which had 5 bosses between 1910 and 1957, is named after Carlo Gambino, the family's boss at the time. The Gambino family, one of the so-called 5 families of New York City organized crime, was widely considered to be among the most prosperous and influential American crime families in history. We'll later talk about the more gruesome Genovese crime family, who unsurprisingly made it to the apex of the list. Keep watching. Control over the criminal underworld appeared to have no limits for the Gambino family, and with them everything seemed possible. One reason why companies opt for a loan shake is because they come through for them, and they usually grant them with any amount they request for. The Gambino organization spanned New York City, its surrounding boroughs, Atlantic City, Sicily, and even Asia. In the 1920s, the Gambino family dominated the illegal gambling industry by securing a majority of the industry's control in areas such as horse betting and the Italian lottery. The Gambino criminal family made a lot of money in the 1920s through gambling and loan sharking. Still, they also took part in other unlawful operations such as bootlegging, peer robberies, extortion, prostitution, fraud, hijacking, laundering money, and fencing. 2. Bonano Crime Family. The Bonano crime family is another of the top 5 most notorious loan shark organizations in the United States. The Bonano crime family is one of the 5 families that control the majority of the city's and country's organized criminal activity. Until Salvatore Maranzano's death in 1931, The family was known as the Maranzano crime family. From the 1930s until the 1960s, when Bonano was at the helm, the Bonano family was one of the most influential in the country. Extortion, loan sharking, wire and mail fraud, narcotics distribution, extortion, racketeering, and bootlegging were only some of the illegal operations they participated in. 1. Genovese crime family. The Genovese crime family is one of the 5 families that run the mafia in New York and New Jersey. They are Italian immigrants and have kept connections with other, smaller criminal families outside New York City, including the Philadelphian, Patriarcha, and Buffaloan factions. Here's a quick joke to ease you before we proceed. Is it a crime to throw sodium chloride into enemies' eyes? Yes, that's assault. I know it's assault, but is it a crime? The most influential and prosperous organized criminal family in the New York area, if not the entire country. The Genovese family still wields considerable power in industries such as drugs, loan sharking, extortion, pornography, labor union racketeering, garbage collection, food service, seafood distribution, and vending machines. They have the best leadership of any New York family and are the most private, making the quest on how to find loan shark and how to spot a loan shark difficult. Also, they have a worse reputation for loan sharking than any other group in the United States, which is why many companies opt for loan sharks elsewhere. Loan shark victims who owe money to mafia bankers are accused of using home equity loans to do so. The Genovese family, ever in search of fresh revenue streams in the modern era, perpetrated a wave of mortgage scams during the housing boom by taking advantage of banks' inadequate due diligence. The sheer influence of the Genovese family had made their leader the prime suspect of the murder of Castellito. We cover that in this video. Did Genovese boss Anthony Provenzano murder Anthony Castellito? We critically analyzed the power Anthony Provenzano held as leader of the Genovese crime family and how that validates the suspicions. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you later.